Thanks for the new subscribe, Heather. Be quick, honey. Like the wind. Let's see, counting variable text. Boom. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody feeling this morning? I'm feeling tired. Mostly because I spent the vast majority of last night trying to reset up the streaming studio after we had a bit of a snafu, a mistake, an upsie. Mark, hey, thanks, Mark. Thanks for the like. With our honeycomb wall. So it turns out that industrial-sided, double-sided tape that's supposed to be able to hold 20 pounds only holds 20 pounds when it's cold. It doesn't hold 20 pounds when it's hot. In fact, when it's hot, it holds no pounds. We found this out the very, very painful way. The whole honeycomb wall behind me right here, basically, it came down while I was doing my experiments on the laser. And as you can see, we have the laser over here, and Victoria has decided to deign us with her presence. Say hi, Victoria. She's refusing to say hello to you people. Apparently, she does not like 3D printers. It's very racist of her. We should all shun her bad behavior. Shunning shall begin. Shun, 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 shun. Oh! Man King. We have a Man King. Sure. You can go ahead and just join our Discord community. Let's see. If you want to join our Discord community, it's just as follows. There you go. Wow, it's kind of weird. So I'm using Streamlabs. Streamlabs, is that the program, honey? Streamlabs. And you get this multi-stream window doohickey that's supposed to be a list of all your streams, right? So you can respond to everybody at once, which is kind of neat, but apparently by default it responds everywhere at once and just duplicates your message. Unless you select which one you want to go to. So I'm going to need to start selecting which one, because seeing a link everywhere every time is a little weird. A little creepy too. So, anyway, like I was going to say, what do we have going on this morning? Well, this morning, we've got on our A1 over here, we are printing a giant Kratos head. Track me. We're printing a giant Kratos head for holding the headphones, because my daughter really likes to mess with my headphones. And then they get thrown in a pile and they end up breaking. This is another really cool example of something, of a household problem you can just kind of solve with 3D printing. Okay? Back here on our Trident, it's now homing and making some more of our newfangled clips to go and connect this to the wall. Track me. Track me. Apparently this morning my camera is having issues realizing me is me. I thought I was a pretty recognizable person. Apparently not. They went over here. We don't have anything running on because I haven't quite figured out how I want to run power into there. Then on the wife over here, we don't have anything printing on the wife. I don't think she prints. Possibly log pencil. On our P1S, we're printing for a new series. We've been printing a bunch of PETG with multi-material, and we're going to be making actually bookmarks because I wanted to find some things that would showcase uses of 3D printers that are not common, that we don't think of. Let's break that stigma that 3D printers can only be used for World of Warcraft statues and tiny half-naked bikini-clad girls. Because they can be used for more than that. I mean, the tiny girls is probably their best use, but, you know, they can be used for other things. It's good. Now, you guys told me last week you wanted to see what would happen if we tried to laser engrave a piece of wood PLA. So I started off wanting to know where my flambe torch is. No, that's not what I wanted to know. So first I started off by wanting to know what would happen if we put a real source of fire against our wood PLA. What would happen? Anybody know? I'll give you an answer. It doesn't brown, it just turns into a pile of plastic. So that was a less than entertaining experiment, but given the fact that we were allowed to use a giant flambe torch on plastic in the house, kind of cool. Kids, don't do this. If you find a flambe torch, do not use it. Don't put it in plastic. Ever. I think the flambe torch is crazy. It just keeps doing this. Is this normal? Anybody know if this is normal? I don't think your flambe torch is supposed to be doing this. No? Okay. I don't think so. So, next up, honey, can you hand me those wood plates over there? Next up, we decided to do a little bit more scientific testing to go ahead and figure out what we could actually do, what was possible. Okay? And let's see, where did we start here? Oh yeah, by the way, that's the flambe torch. I just hit it with flambe torch and it just melted. It did make a pretty cool effect though, that you can see the underlying support structure that you print. That did pop out a lot once you did it because of the heating of the air inside of it. So it really is kind of a cool effect. But that being said, we started our journey into trying to laser engrave PLA, wood PLA, with this. Yeah, let me see. Okay, apparently my thing doesn't want to show you. As you can tell, we had some problems. Really light here. Okay, and then as you go down here, we just kind of bubbled, I guess. I mean, I'd like this bottom to be more of the consistent. Okay? So, we did a couple tests to try to figure out what we should do. How can we make this work? This was the result. Yeah. So, my camera's being funky. This was the result. If any of you have used a laser engraver before, basically what this is it's a cube that has a whole bunch of little blocks in it, and as it goes down the cube, it incrementally increases your speed and power. Until you get to a point where you do this, and you can see a finger through it. Because this was not our goal. So I had to stop it here because it actually burned a hole in my table. No, I'm not kidding. So after that test, we went ahead and we moved on to a more reasonable test that I wrote myself to try and figure out where we were. And it looks like the best possible result is this one right here. My camera is once again being stupid. So let me go ahead and tell it to stop tracking me and just sit still. Be a good camera. Okay? So you can see right here, we've got a number of good ones, but I think this one or this one right here really do look the best. I don't know which one I prefer. Let's ask Victoria. Hey, Victoria, can you take a look at this and tell me which one of these squares you prefer? Which one looks better? Anybody doing anything fun this morning? Printing anything amazing?
Maybe this one.
That one right there. Victoria says this one right here. Huh. So that's going to be 25%. Let's see. Please bear with me. I am painfully new to Lightburn. Good morning, Clint. Good to see you again. How's everything? All right, let's see. So my wife wants us to use... Thanks for the like, Clint. This one right here. Anybody disagree? I think I agree with you. It seems to be the darkest and the one that it kept the most form around the outside with the least amount of actual bubbling. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think that's good. Okay, so give me a sec here. Let's go ahead and screenshot this. Where's my downloads? We're going to open our ultimate calibration thing. By the way, if any of you guys need to do any calibration, please send me a message on Discord if you're going to do this. And I will send you the calibration files that I remade because I ended up first purchasing some calibration files off of the internet. And they just were not what I was looking for. So it is how it is, but you know, gonna go into 50 and 100. We're gonna go into Lightburn files, and we're gonna go into engrave 50 by 100. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this out. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, so I wonder if I can go ahead and show you guys what I'm looking at. Application view. Let's see. And let's go ahead and go to this. We're going to go ahead and select capture a specific window. And we want to capture Lightburn. I don't care if the specific window is a game. It apparently does not want to allow me to share my window because it, quote unquote, is not a game. Yes, it actually said that to me. So, what we're going to do is we're going to add something to this real quick. Sorry for the video capture, screen captures, capture games and windows. Screen capture, okay? Entire screen. Now we want to capture, where'd Lightburn go? There it is. And we're going to drag this down to here. Or plop it just on top of that. All right, there we go. So, here's Lightburn. Here's the self-engraving test that we went ahead and did before. This is the one that we did from start to finish that created large amounts of bad feelings for my desk. Okay? This is the next one right here that we did. And Victoria is saying we used... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. 5 over. And that was this one right here, I believe. So we used 50 MMS and 50% power. I'm thinking that sounds a little high. Let's go with 100 MMS, 50 power to start with. I don't want to have a fire on stream right away, you know. A fire later is okay, but a fire now, not so much. All right, so let's go ahead and import a new file. Downloads, pictures. Here's our A. We're going to try to do the A. All right. Now try not to laugh at me too much because I tried to familiarize myself with this application, but I'm not super good. Do you want to sell laser consumables besides filament? Like wood. We're not really looking into selling wood, to be honest. It's just something that our viewers really kind of wanted to see. They wanted to see if they could do things like stain the wood or brown the wood with fire. And it's a fair question because there's a lot of different wood filaments out there, and most of them you can't do that stuff with. And after talking with a lot of people in the warehouse and in the manufacturing area, the reason for that is actually that most of these wood filaments are not actually wood. They're just wood filler. They're wood colored plastic or something to that effect. Wow, I feel really stupid. I didn't know that that was that easy to do. I was like going all around looking for a thing. Alright, so now for this one, how do I set what I want it to be? Show properties. Oh, here we go. Power scale. Here we go. Okay, so we want to put our power scale at 50, I believe. And brightness, contrast, gamma. I need to figure out how to set it to this. Can I set this and go to like one of these gray things? No, that does not. Honey, can you Google how to set speed and power in Lightburn? Because this thing is upsetting me. It's not letting me do it the way I was doing it before. And I don't know why. Okay. Let's see. Anybody here use Lightburn? Edit, and then you said machine settings? Why would it be in machine settings? That's super weird. Output setups.
Okay, we don't want it that. That just told me all kinds of. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Look at somewhere else. Because we're supposed to be able to set some kind of material. And I don't see where it is. We didn't use this when we were doing the whole, like, business of doing it. Of doing laser engraving. So... Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to figure out how to set speed and power. Select layer on the right. Layer. Layer or laser? Oh, cuts and layers. Okay. I see it. Speed and power. Oh, you rock. Thank you so much. Speed. We want our speed. This is millimeters per minute. Well, that's rude. So we wanted 50 millimeters, 100 millimeters per second. So 6,000 millimeters a minute. And we wanted our power output to be, I'm going to go with 40%, and we're going to see how that works. Okay. Let's give that a shot. All right, honey. We're going to try using this one. Set that down there. Let's go over here. We actually picked up the Atom Stack A5 Pro just for this experiment, Sebastian. Let's go. If we can't frame it, you got to watch, honey. That's fine. It's going to be ridiculous and do that because I thought it was at the bottom left-hand corner of the thing. Let's go ahead and just move it over here. I can tell you right now, I'm not super happy with it, but it is what it is. Okay, try to put that square in the bottom area alone so we can do a couple of these. Frame it again. Is that good?
Yeah.
All right, look away. Let's burn some plastic, man. Yeah, I thought about that afterwards. By afterwards, I mean after this happened. But, you know, you live, you learn, you get loves, you wear some diapers. Things happen. On that note, while we're waiting for this to finish, check this out. I officially have finished my first Gridfinity box with all of my little Gridfinity cubes. My wife has been horrible to me and not installed my magnets yet, though. And she's got the magnets backwards on one of them that she did install them on. So now it like pops up towards one side. Bad form, wife. Bad form. My wife's being wonky. Track me. There you go. Here, honey.
Done? What?
And by the way, it's not going to hurt your eyes right now. I've got it so far down you can't. Man, that thing is rude. Okay, so we definitely don't have enough power this time. We're going to have to try that again.
I honestly thought we had too much power, but you know. I'm going to slow it down, just, we're going to go back up to 50% power. Okay. Let's do it again. Do you do a lot of laser engraving, Sebastian? Where's the one that you opened and is ready to use? This one right here? I'm just gonna go ahead and set this right here, just in case. Safety first, people. Safety first. Yes, I'm not kidding. I had Victoria buy one. I was a little worried that I might light myself on fire. Or the desk. Or the desk and myself. See how we got it this time? This time we got a little bit of a mark, but still not enough. So let's go ahead and slow our speed down a bit. We're going to go down to 5,000 for a minute and give that a shot. I'm going to move this up just a bit. There we go. Let's try it again. Settings could also be different because I actually, in the other experiment right here, I was using one that I had stained with the white stain, and I'm thinking that that probably made a difference in the power levels. Yeah, if I was gonna do this on a normal basis, like this was something I planned to do normally, I would definitely have gone that route. But this is just for a single experiment. I wanted to get a laser in here and get something that was a bit more attainable for some of our users, because I know a lot of our guys are ender bros that are looking for something that's a little bit more on the affordable end. And let's face it, the enclosed lasers and things that are out there are they're pretty expensive. They get pricey. We're still okay, so we're getting a little bit more browning now, a little bit more raising, but still not what we're looking for. So we're gonna try moving this over just a bit, and we're gonna up our power by 10%. Okay. We'll try this again. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Not fire, but that one definitely looks like it's going to be a little bit more noticeable. Can you ask Tiny to, if she's got time today, once she's done with her stuff, to go ahead and start trying to make some nice stream layouts.
She's waiting for ABS print file.
ABS print files? I thought we had already decided on those. Yeah, you said you decided on them while you were down there. You guys decided, and there was no convincing you otherwise. Okay. Okay, so this one we got some definite browning and raising. It's actually a pretty cool effect. We're gonna go by 10. Really? They're that easy for you to win? Let's try that. We're now at 5,000 MMS. Oh, MMM. Millimeters per minute. And 70% power. Oh, okay, so this is the point that I'm starting to smell some wood. Like I can smell the wood now. So Sebastian, I've got a question for you as someone that does laser engraving. If I want to darken this thing a little bit, like I'm getting the right outcome for it being, it's raised a little bit. I'm not going to get the deep engraving like you'd see in wood or actual wood or metal. But if I'm getting a little bit of raising and some color, but I want to darken it just a bit, would you suggest more power or just a secondary pass? All right, so on that one, we're getting a fairly nice result. The sides of the A right here look pretty nicely done, but not dark enough yet. I am actually going to try doing another pass just to see what it does, because I want to see if I can get a better result by simply doing 2 passes. Now, to be fair, this is not something I tested beforehand. I only tested single pass. Yeah, burning wood PLA is, with a laser, is not something I'm familiar with. We did used to do laser engraving and stuff on cups when we were in the United States. We'd laser engrave cups, laser cut out like different projects and stuff, but we never did any like 3D print stuff with lasers. Ooh, that smells. Woo! Okay, the second pass, just so we know ahead of time, the second pass smells really bad. I'm going to go with really bad. Doesn't it, honey? Smells like super bad. I'm not even sure what I would classify that smell as. It's not wood. Although, check that out, honey. 2 passes. That looks really nice, right? All right. So 2 passes does seem to do it, but I want to try to do this without the smell and without 2 passes. Usually you got a table with example of that as manufacturing. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get table values from the manufacturer, given that I'm the manufacturer, and it's wood PLA. There are way too many factors that would affect that. Okay, so we're turning the power up, speed down, and we're going to try this again. We're going to try to do this in a single pass. So, may I ask what you do that has you doing laser engraving and stuff like that on a normal basis? Or is it just a normal hobby thing? Yes, but how that light energy is absorbed be different, given that the density of the material is different, and you're talking about a mixed material where you've got 30% wood and the rest is PLA plastic mix. Alright, so that version turned out a bit darker than the first pass in the first version. Some pretty pronounced... Actually, this one dipped in a bit, interestingly enough. We seem to have gone from bulging out to dipping in. I'm going to try doing that one a second time. Let's see. My Kratos head seems to be coming along quite nicely. Yeah, they really do. They really do. I actually really like what I do. I get to do experiments and find things that most people wouldn't even think to try, or wouldn't have access to try. I'm lucky in the fact that I can go ahead and go to our main office and go, hey guys, I need a laser. I'm going to go cut some wood PLA with a laser. And most people don't have the ability to just kind of do that. So it's a really fun job. I get to show you guys what is possible using additive manufacturing and talk to you guys about it every week. That being said, please, in the comments, leave me more ideas, more things that you guys want to see. What do you guys want to see me do? What are you interested in? You want to see more stuff on our PETG, on how to use PETG? I've got a series I'm working on for different uses of PETG in the household, down to bookmarks and things like that. So I'm actually going to go with 2 passes is pretty well definitely the way to go. Yeah, I like 2 passes. 2 passes, 5,070 seems to be the sweet spot. So, honey, let's find a picture of a dragon, a wire dragon. We're going to try to engrave a wire dragon on the back of this.
5.
SVG's fine. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Let's see. Can I have the one that Tiny put on the box? Let's see. We gotta find something cool looking. Ooh, I could do this. What do you think with this? Did you ask Tiny? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Photo. Yeah, no, I'm talking at just the Dragon SVG. With just the lines. I'm going to laser engrave it on that piece of wood. People seem to be talking to me in Discord. Dog ball. Sorry, people are messaging me.
Internet problem.
You or Tiny?
Me.
What's happening?
No internet.
No internet.
Inside messages.
Oh, we're going with this one, I think. I found something. Save image as. Save image as. I want to save it as an SVG. I wonder if I can actually just dump this into Lightburn. I wonder if it'll let me do it. No, it won't. Trace image. Oh, that is super cool. Okay, we're going to try to do a small version of this first to see if this does what I want it to do while you're looking for that. Okay? Put this over here, and then we're going to go ahead, put this back here. Let's see. I want to move this up. Maybe there. Wait a minute. Oh, too far up. All right, let's give that a shot. And we're gonna say image fill. No, we want to do the same. Power 75%, speed 5,000, number of passes 2, number of passes 2. Okay, try it again. All right, go. All right, so we're trying to engrave a tiny laser. You know, I don't know if it does. It is a very inexpensive laser. I will send you a link to it. And that Pro To be fair, oh wow, that's doing way more engraving than I thought. Let's see. That's not bad. We'll see. Fixed focus. So I'm gonna go with no. Man, I really do not like that whole like sending multiple things at once to every single channel. This is gonna look pretty cool. I'm not super sure what to expect out of this actually. I think it's doing both passes, like one after another, instead of doing the whole thing waiting for it to cool, and then going on to the next, which is causing it to be like overly dark, which is really not what I wanted it to do. But for a test, it's useful. Well, I've got you guys here. Please do take into account and remember that we are currently having a really big sale on PETG, PLA Plus, Hyper PLA Plus, and I think all of our resin, yes? All of our resin. 50% off or more. We're crazy people. No, Amazon just costs too much for storing things. Mistakes were made. Our loss, your gain. Enjoy. Buy you some raisins. Everybody likes raisins. Let's see. I know the problem. We're gonna go ahead and stop this. I noticed that it said an hour and 5 minutes, and I was wondering why. And I didn't know why until I just looked at it. Instead of 5,000, I put 500. I do believe that that's probably a bit of a problem. So we're going to go over here now, and we're going to say 5,000. Okay? There we go. Let's go ahead and frame this. That's good. Do it right there. Let's try that again. Oh, that's much faster. I was wondering why it was so slow, honey. How's the Trident doing after the new rewire? Pretty good. Well, I actually didn't buy it. And I didn't even see how much is it. How much is the thing? $249. So pretty darn cheap, to be honest. And you said an Elegoo Fada. Air assist. More power and air assist. Let's see. Elegoo Fada. And you think that this would be do a better job? But this is only 10 watts. Yeah, this is only that's only a 10 watt laser. This is a 40 watt laser. Wouldn't that make a pretty big difference? What leads you to said conclusion? Right here it says 40 watt. A5 Pro, 40 watt. Am I missing something? Oh, you're talking about the electrical dissipation and supposedly light power. Oh. So you're saying that the Elegoo one would cut stuff better? Oh, that's neat. I didn't see that. That is some seriously misleading stuff. An Elegoo Ether. Let me see. Let's take a look. An Elegoo Ether. I don't see that one. I see the Fedeka or whatever it's called, but I don't see the Ether. Link? Can you post a link? I don't know if we're permitted to link. Fedeka laser engraver, $27.99. Okay. I see what you're talking about. 10, 20 watt. That is pretty darn interesting, honestly. 400 by 400 engraving space. Stable and quiet. Adjustable laser power and speed. Filter cartridges. What are the filter cartridges for? Let's see. We still actually do. Oh. Gotta be clear here, man, okay? It is first thing in the morning for me. I have not had enough coffee for this. On the side now. I think this is gonna look super cool. Yeah, we still do sell Elegoo stuff. We maintain a relationship with Elegoo. A relationship would be all I have to say. They're a good company. Sell good stuff. We use a lot of their resin printers for doing our models, for testing of our resin. So yeah, it's good stuff. wonder how long this is supposed to take. Let's see. We're at 50%. Interesting. You seem to have been following Ace Attorney for quite a while, Sebastian. Mercury Laser Falcon, too. A Creality. Oh, that thing's pretty cool looking, man. Does it have like an air pump or something, or is it enclosed, or is this just like, what's the dealio? Tell me the dealio. Yeah, this thing looks pretty cool. Cool little power supply on the sides. PMW goes there. Got a air funnel that goes over there. 22 watt strong airflow. I assume the airflow is for moving like stuff out of the way as the laser's cutting. That's super cool. Whoa! There seems to be a huge box on the floor. Do you have a huge box that's on the floor? I see the laser itself, and then it has like another box that sits under it. Or is that bad advertising? Many of these companies do such bad advertising. That thing's pretty cool. Air, fire, lens. Flame monitoring. Whoa, hey! Thanks for oh, Valerie. How you doing? Good morning. Flame monitoring. It'll stop the machine immediately, but what will it do about the fire? It's a fair question. Define quite a bit. Category 4 laser is beep and wait for a user to I'm thinking that might not be the desired operation. What do you think, honey? If there's a fire inside of your laser engraver, what would you like your laser engraver to do? I'm going to go with not simply beep and sit there. Apparently the Creality Falcon 2 Pro, it'll monitor the thing. And it'll tell you that there's fire. And stop trying to cut. But nothing else. Alright, so let's take a look at what we're doing over here. So the details seem to have been a bit small. The second pass does seem to be digging in a bit, but I think it was a bit small in scale to actually work. But you can see the details being cut in. Only for the air purifier, but I did not buy it. I got the exhibition price. Oh, so you got the piece of hardware they showed at Formnext? And where did you go to Formnext, by the way? Because I just actually got back from Formnext here in China. They had it in Shenzhen. What did you think of it? Was it fun? Oh, Victoria, by the way, can you post those pictures in Discord and on Facebook, please? Thank you. Frankfurt. That's in France, right? I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I had to say it. All right. All right, ladies and gentle germs. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing. So we got a pretty cool pattern out of it. Wow, this light is something else. I definitely am not fun with the light. But it didn't burn in as much as I would have liked to see it burn in. But the details did stay. So I can't say that it's a complete loss. I think what I want to do is do one more test like this at a higher power level and see if that actually gives me a little bit more burn in, because it seems that the settings are more for a kind of scenario that we're not going to actually see. So let's see if we can't do this in a scenario that's more reasonable. All right, there we go. We're going to turn the power up to 85%. Okay, honey, this is the part where you should probably get the fire extinguisher ready. Yeah, but the fire extinguisher is your job. Your job is to put me out if I get on fire. Is George Lynn still working at ACADD? No. We're going to go with no. There were some rather big changes to ACADD in the last year, mostly about 4 months ago when we took over, 3 months ago. Things just weren't going the way the owner and the upper higher-ups wanted to see it go. So they decided for my wife and I to go ahead and take over the brand and stop making it focused on Amazon sales and start making it more focused on creating high-quality products and trying to sell through Discord and things like that and actually listen to the customer's feedback. Before, they were more marketing it to try to sell as much as they could and not really paying too much attention. So, like, some of the changes that we made since we took over were the change to the spool behind us right here. These are all of our new spools. You'll be seeing those shipping from Amazon or ABS. Everybody wanted to see some matte PLA, so we developed a whole new line of matte PLA. We also developed our own wood line as well as a marble line. We plan to go ahead and develop ASA over the next month. I've said it, Max. Now you're stuck. You must make it happen. ASA. What is it that they say? ASA is something or break? ASA or break. Bust. Trying to promote it.
We'll also have carbon fiber and glass fiber.
We're getting carbon fiber filaments now? Ooh, we're getting carbon fiber and glass fiber filaments. Sebastian, are you on our Discord, my man? Poke me on Discord. Kindly. Oh, on a side note, for anybody watching the video or listening right now, we still have our contest going on Discord for functional home prints. We're currently at our voting phase for our first one, so go ahead, get in Discord, get to level 3, because apparently bots are a thing, and people trying to buy bot votes are also a thing, which is kind of strange. So you have to get to level 3 to vote. But once you do, you could vote on one of our 17 pretty cool designs. We've got, going from the bottom up, we've got a set of little plushy keychains with some cute little animals, including a lizard with some abnormally large eyes, so little girls will love it. You've got some power bank storage units to go on the side. I think it's a pen holder. Is that a pen holder, honey? What is that? A USB pen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. USB pen, you've got a holder for your paints, phone case shaped like an exploding Minecraft creeper, kaboom. You've got a gate holder for a baby gate, some cup holders for your, what's that coffee machine that uses the cups? What's it called, honey? Breville! Your Breville cups. You've got some little growth things for your plants to grow on in the back of your pots. You've got some really cool Batman and Spider-Man and all kinds of Marvel stuff. Magnets for your fridge. You have a clip for your watch to hold your watch band. Some T-racks. What looks to be a support for growing... I think that's a pumpkin. It's a watermelon, I think. Yeah. Another clip. You've got some shoes. You've got an incense burner. And my personal favorite, cough cough, the capybara. The capybara pen holder. And then a vase. So some pretty cool stuff. So do you think my settings are going to work better this time, honey? Alright, starting pass 2. Oh, coffee is so good. The only good thing about mornings, coffee. Yeah, they really do. They really, really do. I just don't understand why. So this is seeming to get a bit more color out of it. Still not the color I want to see. I wonder why. What do you think, honey? It is starting to smell quite not enjoyably. That's what I'm going to call it. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why there are so many filament companies that pop up and then go away and then pop up and go away and then pop up and go away. Because they have no idea how to market it. Their marketing strategy is look at my wife's elbow in the corner. That's the marketing strategy. I'm kidding. Their marketing strategy is basically throw a lot of Amazon advertising at it and pray that it sells. You have, in today's market, you really have to be willing to do more. Which is kind of what we're trying to do here is, I think... Huh? I don't even know what that means. We're trying to switch from using Amazon advertising to making videos on how to do things and teaching people how to use their printers and get the best out of our products, rather than just sell them a product and walk away and be like, it's yours now. It's not our problem anymore. I'm really kind of sick of seeing companies like that they'll sell you something and then they just walk away. So we're trying to be different. Weird. Hey, honey, can you tell me what the humidity level on that spool over there is?
22.
22? So higher than I'd like it to be. Dang. Okay, so the current settings we're trying at are 2 passes, 85% power, 5,000 speed. We're 92% done with this pass. Oh, I know. I am very familiar with what KPI is. Yes, Amazon and Sunlu do rely very heavily on Amazon, but at the same time, Sunlu is, I really don't want to bash on anybody, but I'm not going to say that, I also am not going to say that Sunlu is a brand that I would classify as a high quality product. And to be fair, most makers, most people that are getting into the maker space or additive manufacturing or just 3D printing at home, when they first start doing this, they're not going to know the difference or be able to see the difference. So using something like Sunlu isn't bad. It's really not. Oh, 1 second, please. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay, so our next attempt turned out quite a bit better. Okay, I like it. I definitely need to turn the power up a bit more. I do want to try one more pass with this just to see what it does as an experiment, and then we're going to go on to our big one. As I was saying, it's for the intro people that are just getting started, and they're going to burn through a lot of plastic with not a lot of results and do a lot of calibrating and try to understand and probably hit every single 3D printing mistake that we all have hit at least a dozen times. they're not going to notice the difference between Sunlu and Polymaker. You could set the two guys side by side and they really would not know the difference. But as you get further into 3D printing, into additive manufacturing, into post-processing, you're looking at layer lines, you're looking at Z-wobble, you're looking at tensile strength, layer bonding, things like that. You start seeing a very pronounced difference between all the different brands, and you start being able to pick up on why something's what makes good filament and what makes bad filament. Someone made a really interesting statement to me earlier last night, and they asked me, well, why does you guys' filament get wet so fast? Well, that's because we don't really add anything in there to counteract that. We're just making high quality plastic. We don't want to add a bunch of stuff into the plastic and then make it a less quality product, but easier to use. We could do that. That is something we could do. That is something Sunlu does. Some of Polymaker does do that, but it's not something that we're interested in really doing. We're trying to create something that's a higher end product for people that are trying to make amazing stuff. This isn't for our filament isn't really for printing a bunch of calibration cubes. It's for printing cool models, stuff with high detail, or for ABS stuff that's going to be used to go ahead and go in a new 3D printer or a bigger 3D printer, you know? It's all very interesting. I think 3 passes might actually do the job. I can't say that I completely agree with you there. I've got around 15 printers, and taking over Asadity, I have tried more brands of filament than I really care to admit to. I'm not going to try to be like the YouTube guy that's like, I tried every single filament. No, there are too many. It's not happening. But I have tried a phenomenal amount of filament. And if you're looking for something that's going to produce really, really good prints, most of these filaments are just too much reburn. Like, the layer bonding is just so low. And okay, I'll give you an example. You get people that they get our ABS, and the first thing they say to me is, oh my God, your ABS is so stinky. Why does yours stink so much more than Sunlu? Well, that's because ours is ABS. It's actual ABS. No additives, no reburn, no fillers. We're not putting a bunch of stuff in there to make the product cheaper to manufacture. And that's really what it comes down to. Like, that's an example for ABS, for wood PLA. Most wood PLA on the market, and I believe I talked about this earlier, is not actually wood. There's no real wood in it. It's wood-colored PLA. Whereas what you're seeing on the laser right now, this is actual wood PLA. There's 30% wood. That is the highest percentage you can put in PLA before you will no longer be able to extrude it, because it'll just be too dense and clog up your machine. Another example would be our PETG. But I mean, if you're using it just to print whatever, if you're not trying to print like high-end functional parts, sure, use it. I know I did. I probably still have 70 rolls of it somewhere in the office. I used to use it to print people's functional Voron parts. Okay, 1 second, please. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, so 3 passes looks pretty darn nice. What do you think, honey? Do you want to try a big one?
Do you have a piece of wood that you haven't stained?
Yeah, this one. No stain, no anything on this one. Whoa! Hey, Tom. Thanks. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and enlarge this. Put it right here first. And then we're going to go ahead and frame it. All right, that's going to be too big. Oh man. The generic no-name eBay filament, man. That stuff is not a joke. Like, it really isn't. I have seen way too many people fall to that one. My friend Steve literally bought, I think it was like 100 kilograms of this filament off of eBay, and let's just say he greatly regrets it. Let's see. Let's go and frame this again. Okay, so this is going to be roughly the entire size. Is that actually going over the edge of the top left? Let me see. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. Alright, cool. Change some settings. Can you ask Max about that laser that they just linked to us? Because I'd like to see if we can do some tests with something other than this one.
No, I'm not sorry.
Okay, well, restart your computer, and that should fix your problem. Alright, so we're going to make a giant one, okay? Here we go. Oh. Okay, here we go. So now what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and laser engrave this entire piece of wood PLA with our new settings. And then I am going to show you guys what it is, and you're going to tell me if you can see what it is. Now, we have a slight issue with this plan. The issue being, this is going to take 1 hour and 41 minutes. This is not going to be a fast process. So, feel free to do whatever you want to do. We can all talk, do whatever. If you want to talk in voice, feel free to join us in Discord, and then poke me to drag you to the streaming channel where I am, and you can go ahead and talk on stream with me. Or we can chat, or we can just all sit in silence and be like Buddha. Amitofo. Be the Buddha. Honey, am I being the Buddha? My wife says that I am in fact not being like the Buddha. So, honey, what am I doing that is not Buddha-like? No? Just no. Apparently the answer is just no. Hold on. My wife is like sitting here squinting her eyes. This is apparently bothering her. Is that better? There you go. Say, thank you, kind husband.
You're welcome.
I said say thank you, not you're welcome, you butt. Now, for Corey's lesson on how to Chinese. Here's how you do it. You say, Tini da pigu. And what you have just told someone is, I will kick your butt. Yeah, they really do. Polymaker has a massive community. Do I have a moment? I am on. I am. Oh, thanks for the follow, Alan. Al, I think that's Alan. Nick. Do I know a Nick? I am not familiar with this Nick you speak of. And I'm pretty sure that you're not talking about Nick Nack Paddywhack. Oh, is that the one that always claims that he's completely unbiased? As he has, like, Polymaker in his DNA? Like, don't get me wrong. I love Polymaker Filament. I do. They make good stuff. It's a little more pricey than I think it should be. But they do make really amazing filament. So, and I just don't like it when people say things like, I'm impartial while I'm being paid by Polymaker. Notice I never say that I'm impartial about our filament because that would not be fair. It would be a vast, horrible lie. And I've never been one to do that, so. Did you restart your computer, honey? Okay, then at least disable your internet and re-enable it, because there's no reason it shouldn't be working. Okay. Yeah, people do in fact buy it, especially people like me that I was going to use it still. It is, but it's not easy to win it in large quantities, is the problem. And for someone like me, I do this and then I 3D print stuff for schools and other things like that. So, what I do requires me to have a lot of the same filament on hand. And I could get a roll or 2 rolls or 3 rolls free every week pretty easily. If I really wanted to. But I'll burn a roll in a day or less. When I say I have 15 3D printers, I'm not joking. I actually have 15 3D printers. Like, you see behind me right now, this is all the honeycomb grid printed in our ABS. This sign, printed in our ABS. And our PETG is in the court. All these fixtures are ABS. And I printed all of this myself. And this isn't even all the honeycomb grids I have. I have more. Right now I'm printing a gigantic Kratos head over here. Although, to be fair, right now there's not much so much as a head as there is a beard. Or the bottom of a beard. Yeah, I'm going to call it the bottom of the beard. There are 2. Yeah. Okay, guys. I have been sitting here for an hour and 39 minutes, so I'm going to need just a moment. So I'm going to mute myself, and I will be back in just a moment. Man, this laser engraving of wood PLA is going to take a minute. Alright, so... I'm actually in Polymakers Discord now that I'm looking. That and about 75,000 other Discords. But, you know, it is what it is. Waiting for this to happen. I gotta go and got 3 more of these right here that I need to hang. I would enter the daily giveaway there. But I don't know what they would say when I told them I needed them to ship it to me in China. I don't think that they would be, like, super duper pleased about that. Let's see. Alright. That. Right. In China, you think so? You would be surprised, man. You really would. Other manufacturers do not like shipping their stuff to you in China. They do not. I have had so many issues with it. It's not even funny. Like, I wanted to try out this filament welder, and I'm going to put them on blast at this point because I really don't care. But here it is, filament welder. I contacted every single salesperson for this filament welder, and they literally told me, no, I will not ship this to you because you're in China. I said, are they made in America or something? They said, no, they're made in China, but I will not ship it to you in China because I don't want you copying it. So I literally had to have a friend of mine in the United States order that and then ship it to me in China. Oh, I see what's in the fridge. And ship it to me in China himself because they did. Which I will say did not leave a good taste in my mouth. Yes, I am Corey for Binary Solutions, correct. Okay. Go there. Go here. I just made a bunch of these, and now I'm out of them again. How does that even happen? Like, seriously. I just made a bunch of these. And now they're like all gone. Again. What do you think, honey?
Looks nice.
Yeah? So this one over here. I'm gonna put some nails on these. Alright. I think this is going to look really cool. I think it's going to take 2 hours to finish, but I think it'll look really cool. You shall see. Alright, so this is getting done. You know what I really do need to print? I need to print myself a hammer holder of sorts. Like, this seems like a good place for my hammer, right? This is my intruder stick. Good for dealing with intruders. Of varying sizes and shapes. Oof. Did you get your internet sorted?
It still doesn't work.
It's still. Let's see what we can't do for you then. Excuse me. You're telling me it doesn't work, yet you're talking to people and watching me.
Sometimes it lags out, sometimes it completely stops.
Oh, you're saying that sometimes it completely stops and sometimes it lags out.
And the speed
Okay.
in general is very slow.
Are you VPN?
Yes, I have to.
Where are you VPN to?
Same space, it's fine.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. There's your problem. You don't need to be VPN to both. Go to single hop Tokyo. There you go. That should fix your problem. San Francisco, we're on our way to Tokyo. Giga Bash? I'm telling you, this new activity tab in Discord is hysterical. I keep seeing games that are like just so strange. Apparently there's a game called Giga Bash. Like, what is that even? Honey, you want to play Giga Bash with me? Oh, also, I need your eyeballs because I'm a blind old man. Here you go. Which one of these is best? Oop! And I'm dragged into another conversation. Woohoo! Oh, hey. Because the positive ones, I did do the positive ones. This is second pass. Second pass is only negative.
They all look kind of. Maybe -4. I'm not.
-4? Looks like we're about to be done with pass 1. So I'm going to say that what I've learned so far about laser engraving on wood PLA, I don't know that it translates to other types of 3D printed materials, but with wood PLA specifically, I've noticed that trying to engrave it quickly in one pass is a bad idea. You just end up melting the material and making a goopy pile of just goopiness. What seems to be the ticket, though, is slow, lower power, multi-pass. Color it a bit each pass, and then go back and keep doing it. Yeah. Oh, another thing for all you guys that are running print farms, work in print farms, do mass printing. If you want some preferential pricing, you want some discounts, you want to buy a bunch and not have to pay a buttload, contact Victoria. She can hook you guys up. Good prices, good stock, good products. Not such good shipping, but you know, shipping right now in the world is expensive. Far more expensive than we all would like it to be. But there's nothing we can do about that. So the best we can do is provide you with some good prices and good products. And for anybody that's on Discord, they'll probably vouch for this. If you've got a problem with what you got, we'll do whatever we can to help you. What is this? All-in-one printing of movable mechanical spiders. Why am I printing a mechanical movable pig spider? I apparently was disconnected from Discord voice. By like a bajillion.
Check this out, honey. It's so cool, Kira. I'm not. I'm staring at your souls.
Beard guy. Got some more little tags to use. Clippies. Clippies! Want to buy clippy. Even more clippy. Two clip was on. You know, that was my attempt at rap. Fine. Don't you really? Ah. Okay. Here. More clips. Oh yeah, we're opening that window now. Door in some ventilation going out. Good idea, honey? That is one seriously large honeycomb braid. Yep. Oh, you wanted me to print a spoiler. A spoiler.
No, not you, Fred.
Okay, then why'd you send it to me?
And we use this as a baby as dynamic.
I mean, you could. I thought we were going to use a bolt or a wrench or something else that you wanted to put there.
Ask for the opinion. We have to go back to
No, you said something while we were in the Shenzhen office. Huh? Ask Tiny. Maybe she remembers. I really think I'm going to have to do more experimenting with lasering. Man, it's sucking that plastic up. Hmm.
Wow, this is gonna look super cool.